Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Just offering you guys a little bit of sage to cleanse your auric field and to cleanse mine. I got a really cool divine whisper today. And so I thought I would share it with you guys. Things are getting intense, and so a lot of information is coming in to help us understand what's happening. And also, every time a message is coming through to someone, whether it's me or someone you follow or yourself, attached to the words is upgrades to our DNA. So it's very important that we stay as cleansed and clear as possible and as grounded as possible. There is no room in our body if we're energetically dirty to receive messages from Great Spirit or angels or spirit guides. So it's very important that you are cleansing and clearing your body every single day to make room. Otherwise, it's like trying to take a photo on your phone when your memory is full. You can't do it. And then the phone glitches out. So that's basically what's happening to us. Our body needs clearing every day, multiple times a day, keeping the body as pristine as possible, because clean energy means space. It's giving you more space to receive the information and integrate it into your life. So, okay, I'm just going to ring a little bell, inviting angels to come in and join us. I also just want to share. So my hands have been really dry, and I am currently using Goddess Tea's Zenful Creations oil. It's a lavender oil. Y'all, it's so beautiful. It's amazing. Please check her out and get some of her products. Okay. So, first things first. The messages I've been receiving from Great Spirit, God, whatever you wish to call the creator of our universe, he, she, Mother, Father, God, whatever. The energy from Great Spirit has been a little bit sassy, just a little bit sassy, because I think that we have not been listening so long that it's almost like a parent getting on to their child for repeatedly doing the same things and ultimately getting hurt. And then the parent is like, I told you so. I've been telling you not to climb on that. You kept climbing on it, and now you're hurt. And I told you you'd get hurt, but you didn't listen. So the messages are kind of sassy a little bit. And, I get it. I accept that. So this one has a little sass to it, but it's a lot of good information. I was given some of this information a couple months ago. This is like an addendum or a revision to add things to the previous message. So some of it might sound familiar. All right, y'all, here goes. Babies are born inherently knowing how to soothe their self and move stagnant, chaotic energy. Many, many times, we are stopping them from doing the things that their body is saying to do, like foot stomping. When a child is throwing a fit or a hissy fit, it has to go in a cycle. So say they fall down, and then they stand up, and then they get mad. If they fell over their shoes or whatever. Babies, kids, they will get mad at you because they fell. So when they start stomping their feet, that is their body trying to release the energy that's explosive inside of them. It's also a way to regulate the nervous system. So they are actively in a cycle to heal themselves, and we stop them. We pick them up and we stop that cycle mid tantrum, right? The body doesn't know what to do with that other than store it and come back to it later and address it later. But then more things happen, more falls, more frustrations. You didn't give them the right juice in the sippy cup. You didn't give them the right sippy cup. More frustrations happen and more cycles of this self-regulation happen, and more of us are stopping the cycle. So the child's body continues to just stack up and stack up and stack up all of these unfulfilled cycles. This is the part that's a little sassy, y'all. Okay, stay with me here. No matter what flag a child is born under, no matter what good book great grandma read, no matter what soil they were conceived upon, no matter what language their bloodline speaks, no matter what their DNA has coded their race to be, no matter what their gender is, all babies are born knowing how to do this stuff. They're born knowing how to do energy healing. They're born knowing how to do mudras. They're born knowing how to touch their different pressure points. And we stop it. It doesn't matter any of those things I just listed. None of that matters. All babies do this. And it begins in the womb. The tongue, we're going to start there. The tongue sits perfectly at the roof of their mouth. It creates a perfect suction. These are things that get checked when a baby is born. It creates perfect suction, but it also creates perfect alignment throughout the entire body. If you've ever noticed a baby crying and their mouth is open, their tongue is at the roof of their mouth. This tongue posture is holding the throat open. You can also notice that babies are nose breathing all of the time. That is actually the proper way to breathe. It's the proper way to inhale and exhale. The mouth breathing that we do as grown-ups when we're sleeping, especially, mouth breathing is an energy expenditure that none of us can afford. We should be breathing properly, and we're not, but babies do. The tongue is connected to the whole entire body, from its location in the mouth all the way down to your toes. It is connected by way of our fascia. Fascia is one sheet. It's one sheet of tissue. It's not multiple different sheets. So there's all one continuous sheet. When our tongue does not sit correctly in our mouth, the rest of the body is out of alignment. The tongue posture affects everything. But babies are using all of the proper postures in the mouth. The tongue also guides all of the fascia's continuity to run in like perfect balance, perfect, like there's no wrinkles, there's no creases. It's almost like a sheet that has like we've put the sheet on sloppily, and it's not comfortable to sleep on a sheet like that. So most of us are living life with our fascia bound and twisted and tangled. It's insane. It runs from the arch of the foot, the inner arch, all the way up the midline, all the way to the tongue. It acts as a rudder, the tongue acts as a rudder and support system throughout the entire body. If you are not exercising your tongue, then your pain in other areas of your body is probably related to your tongue posture and crimped fascia. To put it simply, babies are moving their tongues in ways that keeps the fascia unbound in the entire body. Now, if you have a pain up here, a non-injury related pain, It could be from your fascia behind your leg that's twisted. It could be the fascia in your foot is inflamed. Plantar fasciitis. That could cause pain in your foot and another area of your body, but especially if your tongue is bound up. It is very vascular. The tongue is so vascular that anytime you're going to find fluids and veins and arteries and capillaries, you're also going to find a large number of lymph nodes, and the fascia is going to be very important there. So in your tongue, you're supposed to exercise it. How often have you exercised your tongue? Never? Me either. Not until now. So we're going to do a little tongue exercise at the end. Babies also babble and coo, making all of the primordial sounds, all of them. The primordial sounds are the sounds that were happening when the universe was being created. When Great Spirit was creating the universe, it was making sound. Anytime there's work being done, there's going to be a sound associated with it. And so we're talking Om. Om is the sound of the universe being created. And so when a baby is babbling and cooing, they are making the primordial sounds that were happening during creation, but they're also learning their language. We know that part. But what else are these primordial sounds doing? All of the sounds that heal humans on an atomic level, a baby makes. Think about how pleasant it is when you're holding a baby and they're making cute sounds. We love it. We love to hear it. And so those are sounds that we are enjoying. The whole body is resonant with that. Also, if you are if you're a postpartum mom and you have breast milk in your breast, if you hear a baby cry, especially your baby, or it could be any baby, but especially your baby, the milk is going to start to respond. The body responds to the sounds of a baby cooing, but the baby's body is also responding to its own cooing. Sorry, y'all, I'm like very stuffed up right now. These sounds vibrate the entire body. When they're making the coos and the babbles, the bones, the muscles, the fluids, these sounds are vibrating all of their atoms and all of their tissues. Primordial sounds babies make also exercise the tongue. It moves the lymphatic fluids. That's your lymphatic fluids of your brain and in the skull. And then it's moving your cervical lymphatic fluids. That's all of these fluids. And additionally, it is part of their speech development, the part we know. So listening to your baby coo will help you. It'll help them. But also making the sounds that a baby would make is going to vibrate all of this. Okay, they hold their hands in sacred mudras. We could go on for days about this. These are hand gestures that affect change in the whole human body. From atomic structure to a soul level, hand gestures are making change in your whole body. This is the one that my baby would do with his thumb tucked between those two fingers right there. Y'all, yes, I know my nails look terrible. Watch a newborn baby clench their fists with the thumbs tucked between the ring finger and the middle finger. Actually, he would do that. That's what it was. They've even seen babies doing this in ultrasounds. They've seen babies sucking their thumbs, which is being pressed into a very powerful pressure point in the hard palate. It's not just a pressure point, it's an actual chakra, which is the Lalana chakra. That one is the front side of, so it's like in the roof of the mouth, It's the front side, and then the Alta Major. It goes with the Alta Major. It sits in the back, right underneath the occipital ridge, but just a few inches out. I don't know if you can see that, like right out from the skull. So keep in mind, you guys, no matter what religion you're going to choose your baby to be, it will be working with its chakras in your womb. It will continue to work with its chakras as it grows and develops as a child. And this is all just part of the human template. So if you are of a religion that says this is bad, your baby's going to be doing it, and they're doing it inherently. They're doing it innately. It's just part of their nature as babies. Great Spirit gave us all these ways to heal ourselves, and we haven't been using them. How frustrating. No wonder he's got sass. Okay. Babies also pull their ears, which is massaging their entire body. Just from one ear pull. Have you ever seen a baby get upset or tired and they pull on their ear? They're releasing stress. They're making changes in their body. They're trying to regulate their nervous system, and we stop them. They do it when they're sleepy. They do it when they're frustrated. It also regulates their vagus nerve, all while having no conscious thought to do so. The body's just responding. It's just reflexes. It's nothing more than a baby innately listening to the needs of its body and using reflexes. The same reflexes that their pediatrician will check at the end at each. Sorry, y'all. The same reflexes that their pediatrician are going to check at every well baby visit, that's what they're using. Their hips are loose. Have you seen doctors do that little thing where they got the baby laying down and they're doing their hips? They have no trauma or stagnant energy stuck there yet. No stress and tension is building up. Their bodies are flexible. They're not rigid at all. All of that is because they're constantly doing things that's releasing their stagnant energy. They even gently pull on their hair. I've seen babies just like, I don't mean they're pulling their hair out. I'm just talking about a nice little tug. And if you've ever just kind of like done that, just kind of pinched your hair and just kind of pull on it a little bit, y'all, your whole scalp is full of points. Marma points are up here. Like, we've got so much up here. Again, it's done in frustration, but have you ever seen a baby hold resentments? No, babies aren't holding resentments. Reach up and gently pull your own hair. It is radically shifting. These PowerPoints will change your life, you guys. Your scalp is full. Okay. Stomping, big smiling, crying, going naked and shoeless. Their bodies are telling them, get this off of me. That's not even a proper fabric, vibrationally speaking, for me to have on. So let me get this onesie off. Stop stuffing me in a onesie. Your baby takes their clothes off. They run around naked. I know, I get it. I'm not saying let your babies run around naked. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the reason they're listening to their inherent wisdom, the wisdom of their body. There are hundreds of more examples, you guys. Hundreds of how babies are doing energy work and using their spiritual gifts. It would take hours to talk about all of the things babies do. They reach down when they find their feet and they grab the bottoms of their feet and pull their feet up towards their face. They're doing reflexology on their hands all the time. Watch your babies. You're going to see all of this stuff. Am I suggesting that we as adults should go naked and suck our thumbs? Absolutely not. That would be silly. What I am suggesting is that you remember, excuse me, that you remember the things that babies do. Question it. Is it more than just a developmental milestone or a hissy fit? It absolutely is. This was part of the message. So I'm speaking, I wrote it as if I was hearing Great Spirit, because I was. So this is what Great Spirit is saying. It is more than just developmental milestones and hissy fits. Yes, it absolutely is. I am spirit, and I made the human body perfect and self-regulating. All the same buttons that an adult has, a baby has. The baby knew all about this before the adults did. You knew about it as a baby. The information did not go away. It is still there. You contain everything you need to be holistic, spelled WHOLISTIC, in every way. So this was one that was really intense for me to receive. Like, I had to go take a nap directly after. What I gather from all of that is we need to start going back and doing some of the things that the babies do, moving your body in ways that it's not been moved in a long time. Start doing that, dancing, singing, humming, you guys. Humming will change your life. If you start to do these things and your life doesn't change, then I'm sorry, but I don't think that's possible. I think if you start to do these things, you're going to radically shift. Radical changes will occur in your life if you do this stuff. So anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. So I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you try any of these baby moves. Bye, guys.